Hello again, Stephen Ritter, Phyllis Stokes' son. Just another entry with some more memories. Been going through the house, finding a lot of things in the house and cleaning up the house. I wanted to share this. A lot of you have been asking, but I found this whole box right here. I don't know if you can see, chock full of recipes from Mom. I got another stack that's about 4 or 5 inches, well, probably about 6 inches tall recipes. So you know what I'll be doing for the next month or so, looking through that, trying to sort them out, lay them out. A lot of them Mom has made already. There's plenty that she hasn't, and I'd like to go through. Probably this weekend I'll go through with my daughter, and we'll put together a couple of the meals that I liked that Mom made, especially biscuits. So we'll see how that turns out. But I just want to share that with you. I appreciate all your feedback and your thoughts, and very kind thoughts, and I appreciate it very much. I want to say that I just want to share a couple of quick stories, and I'll do a couple of these quick ones, and we'll do some other things. But don't forget to like down below if you do like it. If you don't like it, don't hit the down thumb. Don't do that X. Yeah. So just don't watch it. So anyway, I wanted to share a funny story. So you see the title of this video, and it just makes me laugh thinking about it. I was talking with my wife, and we were thinking of memories, and the very first memory, probably the funniest memory my wife has of Bucky. That's the first part of the title of this video. But first time when my wife and I got married, and for a honeymoon, I was a poor lieutenant, didn't make a whole lot of money, so our honeymoon was to come out. Mom and Bucky had gotten a beach house at Edisto, South Carolina. So we went out there, and we stayed there for the week and spent some time with them and with Renee and her kids, I think, at the time. I think they were there. But Bucky wanted to cook breakfast one morning, and he just had a hankering, I don't know why, but he wanted to make eggs with, and we had hot dogs at the time. He wanted to have hot dogs for the meat instead of sausage or bacon or ham, the usual stuff that people have for breakfast. And this was probably, about the third day we were there. Mom just would have none of it, and she's like, "We are not having hot dogs for breakfast." And Bucky, just his face, my wife, that's what she remembers, is his face kind of, you've seen it probably on some of the videos of him, that bottom lip kind of comes out a little bit. He didn't like that. And he had the last laugh, because by the end of the week we were, of course, out of most stuff for breakfast. And he made his hot dogs for breakfast. So we had eggs and hot dogs, and he was just happy. And Mom's like, "Okay, fine." So hot dogs for breakfast. That I don't know that ever made it on a video that Mom made, because she swore that would be the last time. So anyway, the other one, and Mom probably would not like that I was telling this story very much, although it is very funny. And I probably, because I'm a guy, I think it's so funny. But when it was before Mom met Bucky, it was me and my sister and my mom. She'd come home from work. She cooked like she does in the videos. A lot of times she'd put a full day in, and then she would come home and cook like that for us too. A lot of times. And this one particular night, we're sitting around the table eating in our home up there in Columbia, and Mom had, as you can tell, has a soft spot for animals. We had taken in this little kitten. We were watching it for a friend down the street that went out of town or something. So we were keeping this kitten. The kitten was, while we were sitting there at the table, of course the kitten's all in our feet, and we're, halfway paying attention to the food and watching the kitten and everything else. And we were sitting there. Of course, Mom was a very proper Southern lady, right? So that's what explained a lot what happened next. So we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, there was this explosive passing of gas. Now, usually that was me, but in this case, I looked over at Renee, my sister, and Renee looked at me, and it was like neither one of us did it. We're like, no. And the next thing that we did was look down under the table at the kitten. This little tiny kitten, it was about that big, all right, just a little tiny kitten. And this loud, I mean, the gas bubble would have been bigger than the cat, right? And we just were like, holy smoke, did you hear that from that little kitten? And of course, Mom kind of drops her fork and she goes, that was me. And I just thought that was the funniest thing. She was so prim and proper that we thought this little kitten had done that. And I just thought that I reminded her of that story about a month ago, and she kind of smiled a little bit, but she didn't think it was quite as funny as I did. But I just thought that was pretty classic example. I mean, Southern lady. She was the last one that we thought would do that. So, but anyway, again, I'll keep these coming. I hope you enjoy them. And again, if you like them, hit the like button. And we'll have some more, and we'll have some recipes coming. So more on that later.